Welcome to TMZ Live. So I have to tell you something. A long, long time ago, in law school, I took a class on securities. And when I read today that Donald Trump is saying that for a price, these firms on Wall Street can get advanced knowledge of stuff that he puts on Truth Social before he puts it out to the public. To me, I'm thinking that's insider trading. He is guilty of insider trading, even suggesting that.
Right.
It's not true.
Insider trading.
He is crazy.
I guess you could almost say it's not insider trading, it's outside trading, because he is sharing this information publicly. It's just that these firms can now get it before the public. It's the same information that you'll get if you're not paying for it. They're just going to get it before you. And the reason is, and this is the part that, while it's not illegal as far as everything we've read at this point, the reason it feels unethical, he is making money because
it has the impact, it has the exact effect of insider trading. But here's the thing.
But he's, instead of making the money from the trades, he is making money.
No, that's not even the point. That if I had confidential information and I gave it to Charles without charging Charles, just gave it to him he could make money, we could both be guilty of insider trading because I'm supplying you with this information. Right. But the reality is there's a lot of exceptions to that. Congress, they're not responsible. And there's talk about they should be responsible.
Right.
But here's the thing. Because Truth Social is not considered confidential,
right.
He can
goes
do
out
that.
To the public.
But he's the president. And he has, so if he wants to put out, I'm going to bomb Iran's nuclear power plants tonight, and it's going to have a huge impact
on oil,
and it goes to people on Wall Street, then the people on Wall Street are going to benefit financially, which is the whole point behind insider trading.
Money that way. Yeah, you short oil and price crashes.
Now,
it's okay.
Now we don't know yet how much of a delay. It may be a matter of like 10 seconds, but because these banks are using computers,
whatever it is,
it gives them an advantage.
If they're paying, it gives them enough time to do what Trump's wants to do.
Even I'll say this doesn't sound right.
Stinks.
Yeah, this doesn't sound right.
So here's the
this is a teleprompter operator on steroids.
Oh, don't get me started on the teleprompter operator. As this is going on, the poor teleprompter, we'll get to that in a second. But the part of it that feels, even if it's not illegal, that feels unethical is that the president owns Truth Social, the media company that runs Truth Social. Yeah. He owns, I believe it's 41% of it. So he is going to profit.
Of course he is.
He's charging a subscription for
two things. Not only is he going to profit by the subscription price, he's going to profit because he has companies that trade on Wall Street that will make money on that as well.
So, yes, he's making it on both ends.
He's making it on both ends.
The subscription just feels like,
oh, this is ridiculous,
he's charging people for information that he is going to share with the world anyway.
How is this happening in our country right now? I mean, maybe it's better that it's all out in the open, but it's all out in the open.
Right. Not that people have been sharing stock tips or insider information. That's been happening
Nancy
forever.
Pelosi
and when they get caught, and when they get caught, they're prosecuted.
They're punished. Right. No, I'm trying to come up with some defense here. It is hard. I usually have something for you.
You know, and the other thing is, like, you look at the crypto coins that he had, where people lost their shirts investing in that. He makes $600 million off of it.
Right.
Because he's telling everybody, go buy it, and they buy it, and he makes money,
well,
and then
I blame
crashes.
the people who bought it, because that's stupid.
He told him to. He told him to.
Yeah.
He was saying this is going to be the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Now, for the sake of avoiding a lawsuit, we should say that the president himself does not own Truth Social. It is a revocable trust that he doesn't operate, but his sons do.
So it benefits the Trump family.
So, yes, it benefits the trust, which benefits the family.
With all of that said,
right.
Here, I'll do my little defense here. With all of that said, I think you look at different presidents. There have been presidents that have enriched themselves to a disgusting degree coming into office
Usually
with no money.
after.
Right.
But
I think you look at somebody who actually has a less net worth than when they came into office.
No. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Wait, what was that last part?
What?
He has a less net. He made
it might have changed.
He made $2 billion.
Look at Barack Obama.
He made that money after he left office.
last year.
Right, the difference is
Barack Obama,
Joe Biden.
Yes.
Nobody comes
but they make
close,
the money
Babcock.
after.
$2
Nobody had
billion.
the money he had.
What are you talking about?
While he was in office, he made
That's
$2
I got
billion
to go and look, but
Mike,
Yes.
Mike, that's the
Yes.
part, is that he's making the money after, those
Right.
guys make money after they leave office.
Right.
Well, our
That's
chat
the
says you guys
difference.
are pretty much arguing for no reason because at the end of the day, this isn't going to work because as soon as he posts something, it'll then be leaked and journalists will still get it at the same time.
No, but seconds matter, though. Seconds matter.
You guys are misunderstanding if that's what you think. No. The people who pay the subscription will get it before the journalists, before you, before the general
But they're
public.
saying those people will then leak
Leak
it right
it,
away.
yeah.
And so we won't
Why
have
would
to
they
wait
leak
that
it?
long.
They're
What do
going
you
to
mean leak
benefit
it?
from it.
It's
If it's
right.
Wall
Like,
Street,
I just got
they're
this
not
tip
going to
from
say,
Trump.
hey, I got
No,
a tip.
they're not gonna leak
They're going
it.
to buy for their clients.
No,
No.
I don't agree with the people.
They're going to buy
The
for
Wall
their
Street
clients.
firms, it's journalists, by the way, can't do it. It's
I'm
for
sorry,
Wall Street
man.
firms and banks.
God,
They're
what
not
is
gonna leak it.
happening?
But this shouldn't there are many other things
stepping out.
to be more outraged
Okay,
about
well, here's
than this.
like constantly talking about the 2020 election. I agree.
No,
I agree with that.
And I heard you this morning throwing a little fit at your desk. You don't care about free and fair elections.
Throwing
huh?
a little
Here's what I-
fit.
here's
Did
what
you
I-
just make a
He
short
was
joke?
stomping. He was like,
I wasn't
stomping his
stomping.
feet at his desk.
But no. But here's the thing: if you're going to really worry about free and fair elections, which I think you should,
Yes.
then
Thanks.
why did the administration cut $700 million out of the cybersecurity budget? Because that's exactly what you can do to blunt China.
That
Right.
part.
Yeah,
That part.
I don't know about that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Kiki Ray, Texas. I think this API deal is really just another example of Trump monetizing the presidency and doing things in our face that we know he should not be able to do. And with him making billions of dollars and then now giving these speed advantages to Wall Street, this is just him taking advantage of the presidential power and using it for personal gain. And I think every American should be concerned with this because at the end of the day, it's going to be the average American that pays the price when we have to live with the consequences of the actions that pay him and those groups of people. It's just something we should be really looking at how it's going unchecked. It's crazy.
Meanwhile, the teleprompter operator.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor
Well,
guy
poor
being
guy.
investigated. I mean, he
made $100,000.
allegedly used
$100,000.
information
90,000.
from Trump's speeches to place bets on one of the prediction markets.
He's got one hand on the teleprompter and another on
And
the
one
phone.
on his phone. Yeah. Well, we are now learning more about the man who police say got through security at the Today Show and charged at Craig Melvin, although he was looking for Al Roker. His name is Andrew Truelove. And why he wanted to do this is a truly bizarre tale. And the police are now sharing that information. But we want to show you, this is Mr. Truelove as he was being walked out of the precinct yesterday.
Wait a minute, there are two people there.
He's the one on the right.
Right.
Yeah, don't know who the other guy is. He happened to get walked out by the police at the same time.
Not connected.
Not connected to it at all. But the police say that the reason Andrew Truelove went there was he always wanted to meet a famous black person, and not just meet them, but he wanted to meet them and call them the N-word.
Yes. And so that was the plan all along. And the weirdest part of this is he somehow breaches security, can't find Al Roker, but Craig Melvin will do.
But basically settled for Craig Melvin.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're black. You're on the Today Show.
It's kind of it, right?
That's really the way it reads. This is what police say that the witnesses told him that this guy said. And the witness, actually, when you're reading the report, the witness that they don't use his name, it's very clearly Craig Melvin.
Right.
And so when the police got there, Craig shared all this information with him. It is so bizarre.
It's so crazy to me that how far he got inside the studio, especially after we know that they had heightened security after everything that happened with Savannah's mom.
Right.
And now we know today they've heightened it even more after this incident that happened yesterday. But to think that even with the heightened security after everything that happened when Nancy Guthrie, that he was able to bypass multiple security guards at
Yeah.
30 Rock, which is so heavily guarded.
The that extra security was actually on display as Craig Melvin was walking out of Studio 1A today, and we had a moment to talk to him about this frightening encounter yesterday.
How are you feeling today? I mean, you look great. Do you feel safe? Do you feel like...
Totally safe.
Yeah.
Totally safe.
I mean, what was going through your brain yesterday when this random person just approaches you? What was going through your mind at that time?
There's a lot of wacky out there. So, you know, but I'm totally safe. We got the best team in the business.
Well, yeah, he had a lot of security there. You can see it.
Yeah, you see him walking out there. I know he's saying, I feel totally safe now. He could not possibly have felt
No, he was shaking.
totally
You
safe
could tell
when-
he was shaken up just by the picture after
Yeah.
the incident that
Right.
we got. But it's rattling. And then you got to think, too, that they go out into the plaza there outside the studio and interact with people. And, you know, there could be a true love also coming there. And they've got to think about this when they go out there.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I mean, the police said that what the first thing Craig said to the guy when he ran up to him, and Craig said, "Do you want to get arrested today?" Because that's what's about to happen. And
it did.
And sure enough, that's what happened.
Addressing New York City. First of all, if this guy's biggest dream was to find a famous black person and call him the N-word, have bigger dreams. People used to be astronauts. People wanted to, be firefighters and stuff. This is crazy.
Can I just say, you should write that.
Second, Al Roker?
You need to embroider that on a pillow and sell
You
it.
need bigger dreams.
Thank you. Also, Al Roker, of all people, he's the nicest guy ever. Outside of that one Proud Family episode, there's no reason to not like Al Roker. I'm glad it was Craig Melvin that handled it, but none of that should have happened. I hope that they beef up security, something, because we can't keep having that.
Yeah.
Coming up. So Diddy seems to have 2 new spokespeople on his staff. And maybe they might be the most effective spokespeople he could hire. His daughters.
You're absolutely right.
Be right back. So Diddy seems to have 2 new spokespeople on his staff. And maybe they might be the most effective spokespeople he could hire. His daughters.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
The
right.
19-year-old twins, Jesse and Delilah, sat down to do an interview with E.T. Now, they're promoting something that they are launching. They're business people, just like Dad. And they said a lot about him and his efforts to turn his life around. And by the way, they stand by their dad and say he's the best.
How is your relationship with your dad today?
It's great.
Is it good?
Yes, it's great. We definitely are very close, and he gives the best advice. Also, as we said before, clothing, he's very, very knowledgeable in that aspect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's giving us, we ask him all the time, we need help on this, we need help on that. And he's always gonna be there, and he's always gonna tell us the right answers. He's literally never wrong. Everything that he has told us about this, it's been so helpful.
So is his spirit still up? Is he?
Yes, he's been very focused, being a better person for his family. And yeah, he's been very focused, and he's just always been there for us.
What kind of dad is Sean?
He's an amazing dad.
Strict?
He's the best dad. No. I used to be. I feel when we were maybe 5, not really strict, but.
Not strict, but he's a black dad.
Yeah,
he's a black dad.
Okay, you said a mouthful there.
Difficult to interview twins. Because they always, they keep talking over each other.
They're effective for him.
Yeah.
They're very effective for him.
So, look, obviously they're going to say that their dad's the best. That part you expect.
But also the fact that they're engaged with him, that he talks to them and gives them advice and everything else. Look, I mean,
it's painting a much different picture of him than everybody heard for months, for years, leading up to the trial and then through the trial.
But here's what ultimately happened. I mean, there are 2 things that happened in this case. One is he won the case because the real reason they prosecuted him, the jury found him not guilty. And he got this BS conviction for the Mann Act.
It's hard to say he won the case when he's sitting in prison and will be there for...
Could have been life.
Yes.
Could have been life.
Certainly.
And he's going to get it in February of 28. So he won the case because the Mann Act they never would have prosecuted him for that. It's like taking a prostitute across state lines. Okay, he was
But
having.
the problem he has PR-wise is that there were all the things.
It's the Cassie video.
It's the Cassie video, but also all the things that Cassie testified about.
But the jury
that Jane testified.
But the jury rejected it.
The public heard those things and largely believed a lot of it.
See, that's going to be the interesting thing. That we live in a country now where it's okay that half the country is going to hate you because half the country hates a lot, most people now, depending on how they feel.
It's okay if you're a politician.
I get it, but if he can get a base that feels, because, this unfairly prosecuted type thing is such a big deal in the country, if he can get a base.
Again, you're talking about politicians. For an entertainer.
No, I'm talking about people.
For an entertainer, what wildly popular and successful entertainer do you know that is that polarizing, right? That has a 50-50.
Okay, he's not exactly
50-50.
not exactly an entertainer, but Michael Vick.
Yeah.
What? Michael Vick.
But I will also go as
Michael Vick is not relevant now, bro.
But Charles, I semi-agree with Harvey because R. Kelly. People knew R. Kelly was doing the egregious things that he was doing, but he was still able to have a huge fan base and still be able to stay extremely popular. When you show a video in court,
R. Kelly is the exact same thing. You're right. It is the same thing as Diddy, and R. Kelly is not
now, but when he was in court and when that video was showed of the infamous 14-year-old and showed in court and we knew that he did it, people saw him do it, he was still able to have a career for decades
that
after that.
also happened before social media.
Mind you, I'm also saying I am not sticking up for R. Kelly or Diddy.
No, actually, I don't think everybody did.
We didn't see it, but we knew it existed, and we knew that it was shown, and we knew that he did that to a child.
Well, the chat is saying that they don't find any of this cute, and that they still think that regardless of what they're saying and defending him, that he's still a monster, that we still saw things that he was doing.
But what do they expect? What do they expect his daughters to do?
They said regardless of if it's his father, the chat doesn't seem to care that it's their daughters.
Right. So will it actually be effective? I get why they're saying what they're saying, but will it be effective in rehabilitating his image? We'll see.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm in Brooklyn, and the girls are trying to do the fashion thing. Their dad is in jail appealing his court cases. I get that they love their dad, I really do, but they will not have a future in women's fashion if they're aligning themselves with someone who is a known abuser. Like, no woman is going to support you if that's your whole thing. I love my dad. Well, we saw your dad beating up Cassie, so we're not going to support that.
I'm trying to think if there's an example of that. I get your point.
Yeah. It's a tough road for them.
Yeah.
Timing. It is the most important part of comedy, and also it's very important in social media, as Kim Kardashian should know, but a lot of people, some of her fans, and probably some haters also, got all over Kim for a post she put up yesterday. It didn't look any different than her usual vacation posts, just pics of her and her sisters and the kids enjoying their time, I think when they were in Idaho. The problem is they put it up just moments before their mom, Chris, announced that grandma had died, that MJ had passed.
So this is not.
So everyone got in the not everyone, a lot of people got in the comments saying, couldn't this wait? Your grandmother died. Why do you, they think that it was completely insensitive.
I don't think Kim knew.
Well, there were enough people who commented on it that Kim felt she had to explain what happened, which normally they take the hate all, they're used to it. This one, she felt like she needed to respond to him, probably because it involved her grandmother. I think this is a reasonable explanation.
For sure. People love to hate him, or they, hate to love him. But this post was these photos were likely taken early July when we covered this vacation trip.
Up in Idaho.
Yeah, fans, followers, the people online have got to know that social media is a big piece of the Kardashian-Jenner machine. So there's a team behind all these posts. Kim clarified that this post was scheduled. Keep in mind, there's a video of Kim a photo of Kim taking a shot of tequila. There's an iconic episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where MJ partakes in a little THC gummy with Chris. So she would be anything.
I don't remember that.
But,
I didn't watch it,
she'd be very happy to see Kim happy with Lewis taking shots.
So the explanation is that it was a scheduled post.
I'm confused because the way you're saying it, it's almost like it was an homage to MJ. But no, I thought she's saying that the social media.
I think that was Eric's just personal.
People are coming.
You know
for,
too much about this.
I
He's
used to work
sharing
at
his
E!
deep knowledge, right?
I'm saying, people are coming for Kim saying she's partying while her grandma's passing. I'm saying, that Kris Jenner loves a martini. MJ loves to indulge in, whatever it is, extracurricular activities. So she would be only excited for Kim that she's living her life.
R.I.P. MJ. She's smoking joints in heaven now.
Coming up.
Look, Taco Bell, fairly or unfairly, has gotten a lot of the headlines here for being blamed for the Cyclospora outbreak. But the reality is there are a lot of companies beyond Taco Bell that are severely affected by this. How do they come back from this? Can they bounce back from it?
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Donnell Rawlings took TMZ DC on a city tour.
You know what the irony of this is? A black man takes a white person to the White House.
It's TMZ.
I don't know about you, but I have spoken about diarrhea an uncomfortable number of times this week.
I have a song.
Yeah, you were even singing songs this week about it as the nation deals with the Cyclospora outbreak in, I don't know how many states it's in now.
Do they want to hear the song?
No, do not do the song. There's money at stake here, of course. And not just, look, Taco Bell, fairly or unfairly, has gotten a lot of the headlines here for being blamed for some of the outbreaks.
Because it looks like one of its suppliers, not its fault, one of its suppliers may have had the tainted lettuce that caused the cyclosporin outbreak, which caused massive diarrhea across the country.
But you just wanted to say that. But the reality is there are a lot of companies beyond Taco Bell that are severely affected by this. How do they come back from this? Can they bounce back from it? Joining us now to follow the money is our good buddy Damon John, who is...
what a view.
Wow.
Look at that beautiful view.
Look at the Empire State Building. Look at that.
Dude, I think you're too young, but do you remember Green Acres?
I do remember Green Acres.
Because Ava Gabor saying, I just adore a penthouse view. That's the view.
That's the view.
Yeah.
This is the view.
Great.
And we are talking about diarrhea. I told my little daughter that the word of the week is diarrhea, and it's running all week. All right, let's get into that.
Oh, man, Damon, don't encourage him.
So here's my thing about this, that I know people, and myself included, are trying to avoid salads and lettuce and all this stuff, and it's going to affect a lot of businesses. But I think back, and I'm sorry for being dark here, but I think back to the Tylenol contamination where there were people actually died, where people put, and yet Tylenol bounced back. So it's one of those things that is very transitory, that people will remember it for a while and then they forget.
Absolutely. People have a short memory about it, but, diarrhea and this stuff is caused by parasites, and that's exactly what we're facing. But parasites are in every single thing. You know me, I'm a biohacker. I just came back from Japan, the home of sushi. I've been there for 2 weeks, so I am one big parasite right now. So think about it. Parasites, they're in tap water, they're in vegetables. Of course, they're in sushi, they're in pork and undercooked meat. So that's not going to go away. So how do these big chains really deal with this stuff? Well, is this an opportunity for a big chain to say, now here's QR codes so you can follow where your food is coming from with maybe the makers or direct know your farmer? But I think this is really an angle for small businesses, the people who are watching us today, on how they can get an angle in on this and tell people that the food that we love and we create for the people that we love, here are the ways to trace who your farmers are, your kitchen. But this is not something you're going to get around. Like you said, Harv, people have short memories. They're gonna bounce back from it. But as of right now, 1,645 cases confirmed with another 5,000 cases unconfirmed. But we don't even really know where is the actual cause. So the social media, the people scared of social media has overtaken science at this moment.
So the FDA has said, Damon, that, and I feel like everyone's watching to get every bit of information they can here, because you want to arm yourself with this information, right? I mean, if I go into a restaurant, I'm going to ask them, did you get any lettuce from Taylor Farms? I want to know. I want to know who is your supplier. Is that Is that an okay thing? Now I walk into a restaurant and go, I need to know
you're
your
gonna do
suppliers.
that. You know that
Who's your
waiter,
suppliers?
waitress, the kid at the front. They're not gonna know that stuff. I think that this is something
Bring me
that
the
they
manager.
should.
Yeah, but maybe
Bring
now
me
that,
the manager.
maybe today they will know that because it really is a thing. I mean, honestly, if I went to a restaurant right now, I would avoid lettuce. I would.
You would. But we're not solving the overall problem. So for the businesses, they need to have it listed on that you can track even before you waste your time coming in. But for the individual people like us, at the end of the day, you got to do parasite and detox cleanses at least 2 times a year because these are the things that really cause a lot of our ailment. And it's in everything. Like I said, it's in tap water. You're going to stop drinking tap water? Maybe. You're going to stop eating all fruits and vegetables and, of course, salmon and pork. So what are you going to do? You got to arm yourself first.
Do you know what's really interesting? I was just thinking, and it kind of goes to the Tylenol point, that, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was, there was something with Chipotle, and they took a hit.
I mean, these things happen all the time.
I don't even remember what it was, but Chipotle's back, so this is going to last
By the way,
a month.
Chipotle is one of the companies taking a hit right now also, right?
Yeah, their stock has dropped 5% today, but at the end of the day, you know, you're right. They're going to take a hit, but they're going to come back. But for the everyday consumers right now, when are you going to get hit again? Where are you going to get hit again? We have no idea. So what do you have to do? You have to start cleansing yourself. I suggest, looking like you, both of you guys, Har and Charles, looking really healthy, doing detoxes and things of that nature. That's the only thing that I can suggest. But I'm not going to stop going to a lot of these, fast chains and stuff like that whenever I want to cheat.
So you'll still go, but you're just going to do a detox after. I mean, it kind of forces a detox.
Well, I do it twice a year because I never know where it's going to come from. I have no idea when I'm going to get hit. And you know what? Now that health and wellness is the number one thing that is now really researched more over entertainment right now and sports, everybody's getting more health conscious. And years ago, we probably wouldn't have even talked about this many, many years ago. But with the advent of social media, now we're seeing real cases and people having explosive diarrhea, and it's looking absolutely disgusting. You don't want that to happen to you or your family.
Okay, you want to hear the song?
Oh, God, all right, here's the song.
I want to hear the song.
Okay, are you an ABBA fan?
ABBA?
I am an ABBA fan.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Okay, here it is.
I'm not even,
okay.
I can't.
Diarrhea, here we go again. My, how can I forget you? What do you think? Nothing? Nobody?
You've been waiting to do that for a long time, so I got to support you.
Okay, Damon, we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Damon.
All right.
Coming up.
There is a house that has a price slash of $5 million. That's the house. And that house has a history. And the history is why the house isn't selling.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Have we got a deal for you? So there is a house that has a price slash of $5 million.
Jennifer Lopez?
Not Jennifer Lopez, but it feels like Jennifer Lopez. That's the house. And that house has a history. And the history is why the house isn't selling. Part of it.
That is definitely part of it, but also it may be the $45 million price tag, as Jennifer Lopez does know.
That's actually a hot price point in LA.
So we learned just the other day, but still, Jeff Franklin, the creator of Full House, has been trying to sell this one actually for longer than Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have been trying to sell theirs. And it has to do with the history, as Harvey said. You would not be able to tell when you look at what it looks like now, but that's what it looked like
in August of 1969 when
Charles
the Manson
Manson's followers
family showed up and slaughtered Sharon Tate, her unborn son, Abigail Folger, and I believe 2 others. And this is the Manson family house. This is the house
property
that lived in infamy.
It is
after the murders.
That house obviously has been completely razed, but it is the property. It's the address where it happened, and maybe people think it's cursed.
It's definitely part of
it. Is it fair to say it's cursed?
No.
No, and I don't buy it because the La Bianca house They were also victims the next night in September '69.
Brutally murdered.
Brutally murdered. Their home in Los Feliz has been bought and sold several times.
First of all, don't say
Los
that.
Feliz.
It's Los
Los
Feliz.
Feliz.
It's Los Feliz.
Los Feliz. Trying to make my point, has been bought and sold several times, the last time in 2021. Now, yes, it was a price reduction, but nonetheless, that house hasn't been torn down and remodeled.
But that house probably wasn't $45 million.
It was not $45 million.
But you know what
It
else
was $2 million.
That's the issue. You know what else sold?
Exactly.
The
It's the
Menendez
money.
family household on Elm Street.
Right.
So
but also not 45 million. So
not the money.
What we figured out here, it has to be the
It's
money.
not the money. It's not
because
the
there have
money.
been lots of other houses
No,
where horrible things have happened and they have sold.
It's not the money.
If it's not the money, then it's a great party house, and that's why everybody wants to rent it.
Nicole Brown.
Well, Nicole Brown had a condo, and
all right, but that sold, right?
It sold.
Okay.
Okay.
So
but
it's the money.
It's not the money.
It's the money.
As crazy as it sounds, the Manson murders. I was here. I was around, and the Manson murders scared the crap out of everybody in L.A.
Right.
Everybody in L.A.
Got it.
And it's such a lore about the Manson murders that people are superstitious.
I get it, but Ryan just told you that the LaBianca
The
house.
LaBianca house.
I know, but
that one sold.
The LaBiancas didn't get the publicity that the Manson family. It's true.
No, it's true. It's true. She was an
They just
heiress.
didn't.
She wasn't a movie star, but nonetheless, it was the
No,
same
you're
group
right.
the night after, and it was because Manson was trying to prove a point.
It's the money.
It's
not
the money.
It's the house. It's the land.
Money.
Hi, my name is Ebony. I am from Burbank, and just piping in on the conversation. I think that people actually have a really big allure to haunted mansions and people who like the murders, the Manson murders. I think people really love that. So I don't know. I don't think it's the house or the property. I think it might be the money, like the price tag. Maybe people aren't buying as much as they are, as they were previously. 45 million is a hefty price tag. But the house is beautiful.
Back in the 90s, when I was a reporter, I did a story where I actually went out there when they were building this thing, and the guy who either owned it, because the guy said his name was Jeff to me, but
Jeff bought it years after. Jeff Franklin did.
So this was Jeff who was doing construction or whatever, said to me that they were using the same door. They kept the door of
Where
the
they had
Manson
written
house
pig
where
on
they
the
had
door.
written pig in blood. So that could be a thing too.
Yeah. Big shout out to Nantucket PD because they have released some audio that is just
crazy,
awesome. We had heard about this right after Taylor Swift's wedding,
like 2 days after.
Yes, because her officiant Adam Sandler went to Nantucket right after the wedding, and
There
was
once
there.
was a man from Nantucket.
We're not doing that. We're not doing limericks today. But Adam Sandler was there and had a basketball emergency. The police just released the audio of their conversation with Adam. Why he called the police for this, I don't know.
Nantucket Public Safety, this line is recorded.
Hi, how are you? I'm visiting your island right now, and I was wondering if you could answer a question. I like to play basketball. Is there any outdoor courts where people play?
Off the top of my head, there's only one I can think of that's outside, and I'm not even sure if it's available to the public right now, but it's behind the Muse on Bacchus Lane.
Okay, thank you. I'll check it out.
That almost seemed like a prank call.
Was
but
this 911?
No, I don't know if it's 911.
Well, it says
it said Nantucket.
but
it was non-emergency.
Yeah.
But it says your call is being recorded.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they record it.
By the way, you heard Adam sort of pause when he said that. He's like, Nantucket Public Safety, this line is recorded. And then there's a pause. Should I do this? All right, yeah, I'm going to do it.
I mean, that's
Then
just
he
for the
asked
love of the
question.
game. Do you think since,
And he played, and he went.
Yeah, he did. There's pictures.
By the way, when the cop said, well, I don't know if it's open to the public, I'm sure Adam Sandler's going, they'll let me in.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
But what I kind of love about it is he didn't play the celebrity card.
No, never said,
And
hey,
I like
I'm Adam
that.
Sandler.
And I
Said-
like that.
Do you think
Yes.
he played in the same type of outfit he did to officiate the wedding?
No, because look,
No, because we have the video of
Yeah.
him playing basketball. I hope that's not what he was wearing when he officiated the wedding. Though you never know with Adam Sandler.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, the chat loves Adam Sandler. They say this is no surprise because if you know Adam, you know he loves basketball. But Dhani says that he should be arrested. This was a waste of emergency resources.
It was an emergency, it turns out.
Non-emergency.
Non-emergency line.
Non-emergency.
Non-emergency line.
It is not an emergency.
Well, I
I think we
if you
should
need to
all
play- if
agree
you
that
wanna
was
play, it could
pretty
be.
awesome.
Coming up.
Benny Blanco is going back to the early 20th century because while most people, he's going to meet up with his wife, Selena Gomez. She is over in England.
But he's not meeting up the way you would think he's meeting up, where he just gets on a plane and
get on a plane
flies over there.
Instead,
he's taking the Titanic.
He's calling it the Titanic.
Be right back.
Benny Blanco is going back to the early 20th century because while most people, he's going to meet up with his wife, Selena Gomez. She is over in England.
But he's not meeting up the way you would think he's meeting up, where he just gets on a plane and
get on a plane
flies over there.
Especially someone as successful as Benny. You might even get on a private jet and go.
Right.
No. Instead,
he's taking the Titanic.
He's calling it the Titanic. It's not, obviously, but he is cruising across the Atlantic to get to his wife.
He is deathly afraid of flying.
Don't say deathly afraid. He's very afraid.
I'm not going to buy into the superstition. He cannot handle flying.
Yeah.
And it terrifies him, and he is taking a voyage that takes 8 days. 8 days.
Total 8 days.
8 days. And by the way, he's got to come back too.
Yeah. I don't get this.
It's like, by the way, did he go to Taylor Swift's wedding?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He
so
drives from LA to New
He
York.
drove from LA to New York for the wedding.
Well, that's good. See, so he knocked out that two birds, one stone, because he had to drive to New York anyway to get on the cruise ship.
I would love, if I could talk to Selena Gomez and ask her anything, I would ask her about that. About how it changes the dynamic in the
your
relationship.
logistics
And where you vacation and what you do.
She's actually been asked about it before, and she said that during their entire relationship, he has never taken a flight. However, just a couple months ago, Benny Blanco did, quote, conquer his fear or whatever, and said that he was taking a flight for the first time. The entire time he was terrified. He was like, should I smoke? Should I take something?
No, don't smoke.
He's like eating a goldfish.
Is that his camera that he's shooting?
Yeah, he was filming.
Well, he can't be that upset if he's shooting it.
He seemed pretty bothered.
But he's probably talking it through to try and calm himself down, but...
By the way, he's notoriously taken like ships to Europe. Like even with Ed Sheeran, they took a cruise, kind of like a cruise liner, to Europe for their concert and stuff. So he's done this before.
I do get that flying across the ocean is probably much different. Like that was he flew to like Idaho or something, right?
Yeah,
from
that
LA.
was kind of local-ish.
Much shorter. To fly across the ocean, I can see where if you're afraid of flying, that would be a terrifying thing. But to me, taking a cruise liner is just as terrifying.
I think it's more dangerous than
statistically, probably.
Statistically than airplanes. But airplanes, the fear is real.
Yeah.
I'm Alina Tarkazikis, and one thing we know about Benny is he loves him some Selena and would literally cross oceans for her. It's sad that he has such a crippling fear of flying, but I commend him for still finding a way to get to her. As they say, if he wanted to, he would.
Oh, great. Now women everywhere are going to be using that. They're going to be using Benny against you. Like, oh, yeah, well, Benny wanted to get to Selena. It's going to...
Coming up.
We talked to Glorilla's sister, who goes by Scarface or Brorilla. If Glo were to call you right now and say, I want to meet up, I want to squash it, what would you say?
I'd call the police department and have them meet me there to the scene or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that real?
She's
holding a grudge like that?
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. So I'm not going to do any heavy lifting, and neither is he. Go over to he.
He's
not going to do it because Tawanda's got a story. Tawanda interviewed somebody.
Oh.
We want to show it to you.
Yeah, we're going to do it in the show.
We're doing it right now.
We're
This
doing
is not
it.
part of the show.
You're
What
on
was
the
your
air.
interview? Who'd you interview?
Who'd you talk to?
All right, so we talked to Glorilla's sister, who goes by Scarface or Brorilla. And if you guys remember, we had her on the show earlier in the year, and she was very upset that her famous sister Glorilla is making millions of dollars and has given her family none. She felt obligated to Glorilla's money, but now she's having a whole different tune. This is what she says. Do you regret anything that you did in the beginning of the year? Do you regret any of those lives?
I don't regret anything I did but putting my mother in it. That's why I want to come on here so I can give her an apology. I'm sorry for putting all of her business out, and folks, attacking her or whatever, because I love my mama to death.
If Glo were to call you right now and say, I want to meet up, I want to squash it, what would you say?
I have to call the police department and have them meet me there to the scene or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that she's holding a grudge like that?
She said that it's only her mom that she wants to reconcile with. I asked her about her father. She said explicitly no. And I asked her what about Glorilla, and she said Glo has just done too many things to her. She said that she claims Glorilla sent backup dancers to get her jumped. So she says at the end of the day, no, she doesn't trust
So here's the part that doesn't add up to me. Here's the part that doesn't add up to me.
Okay.
If Scar is so pissed off at Glo, why is she using Glo's name, basically? She's now going by Glorilla?
Well, the internet
same reason why dogs do what they do.
Well, the internet gave her that name. She just went with it, you know?
What else do you guys want to talk about?
Hi, I'm Amber, and with the airplanes, I feel like a boat ride and a car ride, you have way more chances of something happening because you're in there for longer. So, my opinion.
Well, they say that flying is safer than driving. I mean, it just is, because there are some bad drivers. One more.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline in Los Angeles. In regards to Kim Kardashian, this makes total sense. Okay, most celebrities have a social media team that posts for them, and now posts are scheduled ahead of time. People question a lot about the Kardashians, but I never question their love for one another, and they seem to adore MJ.
That's true. I mean, undeniable.
That is fair.
Undeniable.
That is fair. You know what's not fair?
We're out.
Yeah. How many cars?
We're out. We're out.
Wait.
Coming up.
Well, Harvey just wanted to prove he's got World Cup fever as much as the next guy, although I think Tom Cruise might have you beat. I can't tell if this is CGI or if Tom Cruise suddenly became a soccer star.
Ole, 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 ole.
Be right back.
Well, Harvey just wanted to prove he's got World Cup fever as much as the next guy, although I think Tom Cruise might have you beat. If you've been watching the World Cup, you've probably seen a lot of trailers for his new movie, Digger. They decided to put a lot of money into
That's the name of my
advertising.
hamster, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a hamster?
Named Digger.
Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, they put out a new ad this morning that is very clearly targeting the soccer audience. I don't know. I can't tell if this is CGI or if Tom Cruise suddenly became a soccer star.
Ole, 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 ole,
Well, I mean, it looks real, but
and
you know,
he also so scoffs at
stunt people
and
doing his
CGI.
stuff. He doesn't like. Yeah, he likes to actually do this stuff. So I wouldn't be shocked. Do you want to try it?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, there's no way I can.
Oh
do
God,
this.
spotter! Ryan, you're about to get hurt. Oh boy.
Oh, there's no way to do that. You can't do it. It's impossible.
Now, what are you doing?
Come
here. I'll show you how you.
Oh, show me how to do this. Right. Oh, I will so bet money.
Yeah,
on
I went to camp with Pele. All right, here we go. Ready? Make sure you get this because I'm only going to do it once.
That was worse than me.
Anyway,
have a good weekend.
Enjoy
everybody.
the World Cup.
Yeah.